Cap sold my soul to Satan, turned around and stole it right back. Cap sold my soul to Satan, turned around and stole it right back.
Cap sold my soul to Satan, turned around and stole it right back.
I didn't think that I ever believed those things, but I was susceptible, more likely to believe them at that point than I was. But when I got into the business and I became closer to these people in this situation, you realize like, oh, what are you talking about? Like, these are regular people, you know what I mean? These are people. This man is from Mars. He projects. Jay-Z. He's from the project. You think they're gonna let him into the Illuminati? He's from the projects, and he doesn't have enough money compared to these guys. Jay-Z is our top. We look at Jay-Z. Everybody in the black community looks at Jay-Z like, oh man, everybody want to be Jay-Z. But when you really know people's money level, you know that he wants to be up there. Like when it comes to being businessman, he wants to be Warren Buffett or Bill Gates. Like that's another level of money that.
Does it shock you that to think the idea that some doors are closed to Jay-Z still?
Absolutely.
Or do you believe? Are they? I mean, is the world his oyster?
No. The doors are closed. He's breaking them down. That's why I'm loving the fact that he's still active. He's breaking doors down every year, every album. But yeah, there's still doors. They don't want to see him. They don't want Jay. Nope. The man that has 20 billion does not want to see Jay-Z have the same amount of money as him. No way. You know what I mean? And even if it's not that direct, the system is not set up for Jay-Z to make it up there. So he's breaking down doors even if they're not conscious doors, they're like systemic doors. You know what I mean? That have been placed there. They're subconscious doors that are still there for somebody like Jay-Z.
What Beyonce say? Y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess.
What's the deal? It's the boy Dwayne McClain at Dwayne McClain TV. Back again with another video, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. And this video is long overdue. We are bringing y'all the J.Cole breakdown. There's going to be no debating after this video that J.Cole got down with them boys. And y'all, he got down pretty bad. I know he tries to hide this by trying to be this matriarch, whatever type of figure, a martyr type figure in the media, showing y'all that he's not one of them, but he most definitely got down. He's tied to one of the biggest sellouts of all time, Jay-Z. And there's no debating that J. Cole got down. I know a lot of his fans are going to be upset, but I don't care. And it really shocks me that people don't understand that every entertainer is part of the Get Down Boys, sipping that Get Down juice, going to the woods, doing them chants. And J. Cole is most definitely one of these people who are partaking in all of these type of ceremonies. I will go through some of his videos, symbols, lyrics, albums. So y'all tune into this breakdown as we do a deep dive on this character, this puppet, this sellout. And now, what is his reason for selling out? I guess, he's going to always be leading people down the wrong path. But I guess he's going to be one of the characters in the entertainment industry that plays the role of one of the saved and sanctified ones, and he's still going to bring you guys down. Also taking your attention away from what you're supposed to be doing. Also, he's going to another distraction, another way to get money out of you. So there's a lot of reasons why a guy like J. Cole would sell out, and they would use a positive figure like J. Cole. Now, he is a positive figure, but this man, just don't let it fool you. He's most definitely part of the Get Down Boys. Now, let's first talk about this article from 2013 on the Vice website where J. Cole talks about the Illuminati decoder ring, his artistic evolution, and his talks about working at a skating ring. Now, this article is from 2013, and I'm shocked I have yet to see any other content creator talk about this article, where J. Cole openly admits that he's in the Illuminati. This is a credible source. Vice is a very, very popular news outlet. Now, this part of the article, or at least the interview, he's talking about Lil B at first. So he says, for some reason, I could just see you liking him. I don't really know why. I think he asked me if we like Lil B. He said, I think a lot of people rode his wave and took it further than he did, I feel like he introduced this counterculture-ish and just being mad, weird, and different. And I feel like other people came and did that and exactly took it further. You know what I mean? So he's almost the originator for some of these guys. Then the interviewer asks J. Cole, are you in the Illuminati? And J. Cole says yes. Plain as day, all right? And y'all can look this article up. Right there, it says, are you part of them boys? J. Cole says yes. So I don't really know what other further proof you need. Some people want to say he's trolling. I highly doubt it, because in this article, he brings up something called the decoder ring, and I never even knew a decoder ring until I read this article. He said, did they give you an Illuminati decoder ring? He says, yes. And then he says, can I see it? J. Cole replied and said, no, I had to, but if you want me to, I can show you. So that's what another term that a lot of guys who are part of this organization say. They say, can you tell me the secrets of your organization? They say, yeah, but I have to kill you. I have to take your life. And this is a few images of the decoder ring, plain as day. You know, you can look at it and see. Now, what is it used for? I guess it's used to decipher certain type of hidden languages, hidden codes they have, and use the ring to break down, because there's always so many hidden messages. And they do this throughout everything they do. Everything this organization does is always through a cipher or some type of secret code. They talk in secret codes. And J. Cole stated clear as day in this Vice magazine article that he is part of this particular organization. All right, so he's not innocent. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. It only gets worse from here. Now, this is a tweet from Cole where he says the Illuminates make the best mac and cheese. Church. All right, this is back in 2011. So J. Cole has a history of talking about them boys. Now, let's go back to that lyric that I played y'all earlier where he openly admit that he sold his soul.
Cap sold my soul to Satan, turned around and stole it right back. Cap sold my soul to Satan, turned around and stole it right back.
Now, you hear right there, clear as day, that he says he sold his soul and he bought it right back. Now, this is back in 2003. He was only 18 years old. And I think that's how he probably caught the eye later on down the years of other, guys in the industry. All right. So this song is it's titled Can I Bust? And it's back in 2003 when Cole was just 18 and he went by the name The Therapist. This is a song which featured on an unofficial mixtape called The Therapist Collection before The Come Up. And I think The Come Up is the one that put him on. That's the one that the A&R found and he liked and he put him on. All right. Now the lyric says, sold my soda and turned around and stole it right back. I'm jacking dead broke folks cause I'm dirt poor. I tried to ball and fouled out in the first quarter. So that the rap genius gives the explanation and says, J. Cole is giving a narrative of him selling his soul to and stealing it back, meaning he's hard and he's BA to be able to do that. He's saying jacking the dead broke, which is interesting for two reasons. He's calling broke and dead people to go to the hell, which is where the devil spends his time. Now, I understand some people might say some of those lines are trying to be hard or gangster sound tough, but I really do think there's some truth in it. I think he probably did make a deal way back when he was 18. That's how he had the confidence to even feel like he can even get close to a Jay-Z. And he probably did this very early on. So there has been stories that some of these entertainers sell out at early ages of 5, 10. So he was 13, I think, when he first got into music, and he was 18 when he dropped that song. Now, let's look at J. Cole's life. I didn't know his middle name was Lamar, so Jermaine Lamar Cole is an American rapper, record producer, born on a military base in Germany and raised in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Cole initially gained attention as a rapper following the release of The Come Up in early 2007, so 4 years after he made that song about giving his his soul up. The intent of further pursue the music career, he signed with Jay-Z Rock Nation in 2009 and released 2 additional mixtapes, The Warm Up and Friday Night Lights, to further critical acclaim as he garnered a wider following. All right. And since Cole later worked in various part-time jobs in Fayetteville, including working as an ad salesman for a newspaper, a bill collector, a file clerk, and a kangaroo mascot at a skating rink. I did not know he was a mascot. His mother struggled with addiction after his abusive stepfather left her. So Cole pretty much trying to make. I think some of these stories are kind of exaggerated. I think that's why they put a lot of stuff in to make it seem like they're kind of human. He probably was a plant since the beginning of his age. They try to have these fabricated stories for these entertainers. All right. Cole later explained his production to create an entire season's worth of instrumentals and traveled to the Rock the Mic studio, hoping to play it for Jay-Z while he was in recording sessions for American Gangster. Cole waited over 3 hours before being dismissed by Jay-Z. Cole later used the CD as the backdrop for his debut mixtape, The Come Up. All right. Now, that just sounds crazy. Waited 3 hours, try to get that close. How do you even get that close? But I think he said he timed it perfectly and all that stuff. All right. All right, and it says Jay-Z saw Cole and said, man, I don't want that. Cole in an interview with ABC said that I thought he was evil at that point because it caught me off guard. I had such high hopes that just one little phrase like that from him. A year later, it was Jay-Z asking to meet Cole. The same person he previously dismissed, veteran A&R Mark Pitts, played for Jay-Z one song, which led to a 3-hour meeting, which led to multiple meetings until J. Cole was officially the first artist signed to Roc Nation. Multiple meetings. We're talking about this dude, Mark Pitts, as well, but I'm pretty sure those multiple meetings were different, very dark magic ceremonies that was participating. I'm pretty sure Jay-Z was filling out Cole to see if he was down with the get down. All right, see if he was down to sit some of that juice. But it's crazy that Jay-Z came looking for Cole a year later.
Jay-Z finishing American Gangster, and I was like, yo, he's not done yet. I can go make beats right now and get on this album. So I made this beat, put a hook on it, burned my CD, put the CD in the Jay-Z Volume 3 case, close it up, took the train to the city, stood outside the studio, me and my partner E, for like 3 hours with a bottle of E&J, just passing time, waiting on Jay-Z to pull up. The Phantom finally comes around the corner. It's raining, by the way. Somebody gets out the car just to open his door. He hops out. I'm froze. Yo, Jay, I got this for you. And he's like, man, what is that? I'm like, American Gangster beat CD. And he's like, man, I don't want that. Get out of one of those guys. I'm sitting there like, oh, you mother... Don't you know I've been out here for 3 hours, man?
Does that change the way you feel with people when they come up to you?
Yes, it does, because I knew how I felt. By the way, I'm glad he did that, because it snapped me back into it. And I realized you're not going to get on like that. But I do. When people come up, they give me their CDs, I do take it. Yeah. Just to give them that extra boost. They go home like, yo, he took my CD. That might give them 3 more months of like inspiration. That was a sign from God.
And I find it interesting that he had other names. He had a name called Therapist, Hollywood Code, and another name called Kill Edward. That's the funny one to me. I didn't even know he even went by a name like that. Now, the name Kill Edward is a sole feature and it appears on 2 tracks, The Cutoff and Friends. While fans are baffled by Cole's decision to curtail his streak of going platinum with no features, it appears that he duped us all. On Monday, a new artist page was created on SoundCloud under the moniker Kill Edward, the 1 track titled Tidal Wave, just a reference. Kill Edward voice eerily sounds like that of, you guessed it, J. Cole. To further cement proof that Kill Edward is an alias of J. Cole, a user on Twitter sped up Edward's vocals, and the recording proved to be that of Roc Nation's signee. So that's just a little Easter egg right there for you. All right, now it says here, right, I just want y'all to look at the labels: Dreamville, Roc Nation, Interscope, and Columbia. So he's tied to some of the biggest labels, and both of these labels do representation. If you look at Columbia, that's clearly Saturn representation and the All C&I representation right there. And if you look at Interscope, Interscope has a very interesting logo. If you look at that little spiral above the 1 or the I, that right there is actually the spiral that is associated with guys that have an infatuation with younger males. All right. And this has a term right there. You can read it right there. It represents who is attracted to younger boys. All right. This is a sign that was also adopted by the FBI. You can look this up on the internet. It's a logo, aka the LBL, the little lover. All right. And I want y'all to pay close attention. This logo pops up numerous times throughout this video and multiple times throughout J. Cole's career. So I do think he's heavily associated with this particular group of guys who are interested in the younger males. All right. Now, Interscope Records, they chose this logo on purpose, and a lot of these labels choose their logos on purpose to have hidden messages. I do think I might do a deep dive on the labels and break their logos down myself, because I do think there's a lot of hidden messages in them. All right. Now let's proceed to move on with the breakdown. The next part we'll be talking about how he got into the game, okay? So it says, in his second mixtape, The Warm-Up, a track called Lightspeed caught the attention of producer and music exec Mark Pitts, who then played it for Jay-Z. Cole attempted to give Jay-Z a copy himself after waiting outside the studio, but was shut down. Now, this dude, Mark Pitts, is very important because this dude, Mark Pitts, is one of the gatekeepers in Hollywood. He's just not talked about. Nobody really knows about him. All right. This dude here is pretty famous. 245,000 followers on Instagram. He has something right there. It says, silly humans, blessed and highly favored music. See how he looks at people? Silly humans. And he went to Howard University. I'm pretty sure he's one of these frat boys. He comes off like one of these frat boys. This is the guy right here. This has a face that nobody can trust. You can't trust a guy with a face like this. You know what I'm saying? Clear as day and op. All right. Mark Pitts, music is at Mark Pitts on J. Cole's Success, Usher's new album, and Miguel's Love of Women. Mark Pitts is heavily associated with a lot of high names in the entertainment industry. Mark Pitts is American record executive and talent manager who has served as president of RCA Records since 2021. He also co-founded the record label Bystar Entertainment with Wayne Barrow in 1998, which through which he has signed artists including J.Cole, Miguel, Roy James, Andrea Martin, B. Smith, Mally Music, and Luke Christopher. So J.Cole, Miguel, he has his hand on some really big artists right there. I know who the other ones are. He began his career as a staffer for Puff Daddy's Bad Boys record, where he co-managed the Notorious B.I.G. and Faith Evans. He executive produced the former first two albums, Ready to Pass and Life After Passing. Pitts executive produced the Netflix film Big Yeah, I Got a Story to Tell, co-produced Notorious and Blue. Pitts has worked with artists who have amassed a total of 53 Grammy Award nominations and 10 wins. So, this dude Pitts is from one of the very beginning. He was here with Big's origin story and everything. So he's no slouch in the entertainment industry. And it's crazy that he picked up Cole. Now, everybody that Pitts has worked with has sipped juice and is part of that organization. All right, it says in 1995, Pitts moved over to an executive position at Universal Records, where he signed Philly-based rapper Tracy Lee, and 5 years later became the senior vice president of A&R Artists Records, where he worked with Usher on several albums, including his Confessions, that was certified diamond, as well as TSC, Anthony Hamilton, and CeeLo Green. He signed Chris Brown and Miguel while at Jive Records. In 2006, Pitts made a father for the second time after the birth of his daughter Jaden. In 2008, Pitts was diagnosed with Bell's palsy, which paralyzed the left side of his face. Through therapy and adaptive physical health regimen, he recovered his facial mobility and full health after 6 months. Now, this dude here, like I said, is very tied to some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry. We just had a dude, the Diddler just got taken down, and this dude Mark Pitts is heavily associated with him, Jay-Z. So if you see these two guys here, he's associated with the top 2 biggest names in hip-hop. These are the top guys. That's how he was able to find J. Cole. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, this guy is a frequent juice sipper. I'm pretty sure he does man-on-man stuff, and I'm pretty sure he's been to all the ceremonies. And you see him and J. Cole together. So J. Cole having ties to this guy here is a clear proof that this is how he got into the industry, right? He found somebody who was knew somebody. Now, this right here is something I found on Mark Pitts. I was trying to see if I can get some get down juice information on him. And on his website, at least on his Facebook page, you see this woman here is associated to him in front of the checkerboard pattern. Now, this lady is an artist of some sort associated with Mark Pitts, but I couldn't find too much get down juice of him doing any representation on his own. But him being alike and around the guys like your Jermaine Dupri's, your Diddy's, your Jay-Z is enough proof that I need to know that this dude Mark Pitts is no angel and that he's most definitely sipped juice and went to some of these ceremonies. that dude with a gray beard has a funny face looking at the camera like that. But yeah, look at that. Mark Pitts rubbing that dude head. Man, he doing that man-on-man stuff. Look at him hugged up on these dudes. I'm telling you, man, this dude Mark Pitts got down, touching on them boys, and that's how he got J. Cole, and I'm pretty sure J. Cole had to bow down to the dingus grease. Now, let's get into this lyric here that I found, and I don't know how true this is. I couldn't find the exact song, but it says, "Sold my soul to Satan, I've been dancing with the devil, so when you get to hell, you can say you know me. I'm easily attracted by the dark side, devil keep following me. For that fortune, some sold their soul to Satan, was on track for 2 years when I met the devil still, now I got to mask my tears, but allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Cole." And it says, "My name is Cole. Born sin the opposite of a winner, but the devil run the TV, so the demons in him. I'm in trouble, did a deal with the devil, but now I'm pleading with him like, give me my soul. I ain't never letting go, but the devil don't play fair." I never found this song. I do know some of these lyrics came from different songs and mashed together. So I take this right here with a grain of salt. But like I said, some of these parts of this quote is actually real. I do know at least the part with the devil still. We're going to be talking about that song. That comes from a song called Illuminati. We'll talk about that later in the video. But I did find this, and y'all don't trust everything you find on the internet. Research it. But there is some truth to this quote. Now, why was J. Cole trying to get a part of Jay-Z? Like I said, Jay-Z is probably one of the most biggest puppets of all time in the entertainment industry, selling out beyond measure. Like, he does so much stuff. He done took pictures with, people who are top-level spellcasters. This dude, Jay-Z, is so involved, it makes no sense. Him and his wife, Beyonce, probably the fakest couple ever to appear on TV. They just seem like they were just assigned to each other, and they don't seem like they're happy. So J. Cole taking a liking to Jay-Z when Jay-Z clear as day said that he's going to sell out, or clear as day that knowing his other songs, he said that he wants to give his life up to, or he does sacrifices, or he gets help from the underworld. So seeing J. Cole just have this infatuation with this guy is a red flag number one. This is Jay-Z and Maria Abramovich. This lady is top-level spellcaster. She has done some of the most grotesque stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? So there's J. Cole right there. Look at Big Sean. Looks like he hates what's going on. But yeah, J. Cole worked really hard to get this position. And I'm telling y'all, he's not getting this position where he's at by just being a good rapper and light skinned. It don't work that way. Now, this is a photo of Jay-Z gifted him some type of watch at a party. And this is J. Cole and Jay-Z at a concert. And you look at Cole, he has on the checkerboard print pattern. I'm telling y'all, when you see the checkerboard print pattern, that right there is a clear identifier that that particular artist is sipping Get Down juice. And Cole is sipping the Get Down juice. Big time, big heavy, I'm telling you. Like if you, and I didn't even know, it took me a minute to find this, because I couldn't find J. Cole and checkerboard print pattern and all that. Y'all know when I find the checkerboard print pattern, I feel like my job is complete. Now, let's look at this next photo. This right here really brings the deal home. This J. Cole had a brotherhood cake made for him for his Born Sinner album, where you see right there, clear as day, the cake has the checkerboard print pattern at the very top of it, which is crazy to me, that he even has a cake with it. That's how heavily involved this boy was. So when I seen this, I knew I got J. Cole out of here, because the checkerboard print pattern is pretty much all you need. And this is J. Cole right here rocking this sweater. This could be a Reese. It's like one of Mr. Rogers sweaters, but it's kind of looks like the checkerboard pattern as well. Now let's look at a few artists that rock. This is Gucci Mane. He rocked the checkerboard pattern, and this is the clone. He's no different than the rest of these artists. He's not safe from being disposed well. This is Soulja Boy rocking the checkerboard pattern. This is actually the day after Young Dolph passed. So I'm telling y'all, this pattern is not fly. It is not cool. It ain't going to get you the girls. I have no idea why. Well, at least I know why the entertainers wear it. But I want to ask the average person, why do you see so many entertainers rocking this ugly pattern? Meek Mill rocking this ugly checkerboard pattern. And like I said, where is yours at? If it's such a common amongst celebrities, why isn't it common amongst regular society? Because it's a secret brotherhood. They're wearing this stuff to show you who they're pledging allegiance to. They're wearing this stuff to show you who they are rocking with. It's all advertising as well, and getting you to a boys club. It's Wife and Lucci, another guy who was very basic, very mid, out of nowhere, and he rocked the checkerboard pattern. Every celebrity does, and this pattern is in every lodge throughout the United States. It's in every lodge. There's not one lodge in America or all over the world that does not have this pattern in it, They're all going to have it. That's why when you see J. Cole with the cake with the pattern on it, there was, like I said, it seals the deal for me that he got down. And this is not the first time they made a cake that was associated with that organization. Doja Cat had a cake 1 or 2 years ago made for her that was associated with that organization, and it had a lot of representation on it. All right. Now, let's get into J. Cole's album, Born Sinner, where it had a black person under the age of 5. And it's weird. Like I said, why would you have a baby like that? You know what I'm saying? And it shows it has the horns and the halo. And that's one of J. Cole's logos, devil horns and a halo. He's basically saying he's an angel and a demon, you know what I'm saying, at the same time.